guys, just giving you a shot of this new piece of road here on I-49 South near the Missouri-Arkansas border. Some pretty rocks here too on the side they had to blast through. My oldest son, who is a geologist, would get a kick out of this. I wouldn't understand what the heck he was talking about, but he'd explain it to me. But it is nice. You know, before they got this completed a few months ago, you had to meander through the little town of, kind of a retirement town of Bella Vista, and several stoplights, and, you know, I'm sure the people there are glad this road is keeping all the traffic from coming into their town too. But it's good for us also, because it just gives us an easy shot through and much quicker. So I've still got about 2 hours to get to Fort Smith. You know, I've got this deadhead order going all the way from up there in Kansas, where I was, New Century, Kansas, which is just a few miles south of Kansas City. Which is not what I was expecting, you know. I mean, there's at least 3 shippers up in that area that in the past I've picked up loads at, you know, when I'm in that area. There's a steel place there in Kansas City. There's a livestock feed producer up there in Horton, Kansas. They make lick tugs, we call them. Then there's a place over in Blue Rapids, I think it is, a little further west, that makes some palletized bags of some sort of a flooring compound that I've delivered from there maybe 3 times. So that's kind of what I was expecting, one of those. So to get deadheaded, you know, 4.5 hours almost to Fort Smith, yeah, probably the longest deadhead I've ever had. But that tells me they just needed, you know, we're kind of committed to all the Gerdau shipments coming out of Fort Smith. You know, that I've mentioned that before. The Fort Smith yard, we just crossed into Arkansas, by the way, if you missed that sign. And there's a sign that says Fort Smith 95 miles. So anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, you know, the Fort Smith Maverick yard, you know, it's there because of the Gerdau plant. You know, we handle, I think we handle all, or at least a large portion of the shipping out of there. And so we're committed, you know, to handling a lot of that product, or all of that product. So I guess, you know, they just needed trucks. They'd rather send a truck 4.5 hours to get a load out of there, because we're committed to it, than booking me a load that I was closer to up there around Kansas City. You just never know. But that's cool, you know. I'll let's see, I won't have much left on my clock by the time I get there, maybe an hour. But you know, I'll be able to get loaded and just spend the night there, get up in the morning, get home. Probably have to leave out Sunday morning. And I have a special request to get home on Friday of next weekend, and then not leave out until Monday morning. So you know, if you're a Maverick driver and you need to take off, you know, and you don't have any vacation time built up yet. Let's say you're a first-year driver and you know, because after your first year, they give you 5 vacation days. And then after your second year, you get 5 more vacation days. And then I think after maybe 5 years, you get another 5 days, I believe. But let's say you don't quite have, you know, you don't have any vacation days built up yet, and you need to be off for something, a doctor's appointment or whatever, personal reasons, medical reasons, whatever. Maverick works with us pretty good on that. You know, I think the rule is, and you know, I don't know how hard of a rule it is, but you can have up to 3 special requests per quarter. So, you know, as long as you give them 10 or 14 days notice, you know, talk to your fleet manager about it. There's actually a form, you know, you can send in and put the request in, but I would recommend also confirming with your fleet manager that you've done it right and he understands, you know, what you're trying to do and has the dates right. But, you know, they'll work with you on that as long as you give them some notice so they can plan for it, you know, so they know you're not going to be available on a certain day or whatever. Don't just call your fleet manager and say, you know, I need to be off in 3 days for whatever reason. You know, that doesn't work too good. That doesn't work at all. So that's kind of how that works. And then once you get vacation days, you know, you can take off. You still have to put in a request. They still want to know 10 or 14 days ahead of time, you know, that you're trying to be off, but you'll be able to use your vacation day and you get paid for it. You know, they'll pay you an average, a daily average, what you've been earning. If you take off before you have vacation time, they're letting you take off, but you don't get paid. So that's kind of how that works. All right, I'll see you in Fort Smith. Okay, everybody, I've arrived here at the Fort Smith Maverick yard. Been here about an hour. When I first got here, I was number 4 in will call. Then I got a message pretty quick that I was number 3. And then a few minutes later, I got a message saying I was number 2. And then 10 minutes later, I got another message saying I was number 2. And then I got nothing for about 30 minutes. And the guy in the office just called me and asked me if I had not gotten a message saying to go to loading zone E, and I said no. So this messaging system is not very dependable. I don't know what the hang up is, but something doesn't communicate right about half the time I'm here. Anyway, put myself on yard move. I've got 10 minutes left on my clock. And we're going to move over here to loading zone E. So the load that I'm getting delivers Monday, 8 a.m. in Carroll Stream, Illinois, which is basically a suburb of Chicago. I've been there a couple of times, but it's been a while. I say that a lot. So the plan will be, I hope, to try to get there Sunday evening, because they do have overnight parking. Not a lot, but there's a room for 2 or 3 trucks. Alright, so let's get over here. Loading zone E is going to be the last, well, the first one I come to. can see, it's already dark. It's about 6:05 p.m. I wish the IT people could get this messaging system to work right. It's just, cause see now, you know, my loader guy is over here. He's probably been over here looking for me, and I've been sitting over there not knowing where to go. All because the messaging is not working right. All right, so let me get positioned here and I'll try to show you some of the load. Okay guys, I'm in position here for my load in loading zone E. My loader, John, who's a very good loader, said I'm getting 2 sections of 22-foot product. So that's a long load. I figured that's what I was getting because I remember delivering to this place and it was always 2 sections. So what I did is I set up here with this being the middle, and I've got this board will be the back of the front section, and then I've got a strap laid out, and then this will be the front board, and I've got a strap laid out, and then all my other materials up here ready to work. So the front section should end up, you know, with the front end of the bar, you know, right about here. And then kind of the same deal in the back. I got, you know, if this is the center of the trailer, this is the front board of the back section. Got a strap. And then this would be the back section. I cheated up a little bit on this board because my winch won't go past right there. So I'm gonna have a little more overhang right here just so I can get my winch hooked up. I'd rather use a 4-inch strap than have to use a 2-inch strap back here. So he's staging some of my product over here. I don't think he's ready to start loading yet. I was just showing you the setup. So yeah, he's still moving stuff around. I'm pretty sure this product will have wood blocking in between the bundles like that, because as I remember, this place, they unload like 1 bundle at a time, and you have to get up and help them. There goes a load, tarped and ready to roll. So the way this works, I had somebody asking me last week about the straps. So if you've got a trailer like this, you know, a typical trailer with the, you know, where you put your hooks in, and the reason I say this, you know, because some of the newer trailers have those weird hooks that are facing the other way. So what you want to do, anyway, let's just talk about this and not confuse you. I lay my strap out like this with the, it's got a stripe on one side. See this little black stripe? No stripe on that side. So you want to have the stripe up, right? So that your hook is actually facing down, or facing in. So when he gets the product loaded on there, I'm going to throw this over, back over to that side, and then the hook will be like this and can hook in over there. I'll try to show you that later. And then this side I will throw over that way, you know, to make a belly wrap, so it'll actually winch in on the other side, and then the hook side will go in right here. All right, that's how it works. They'll teach you all this in training at Maverick. No big deal. Okay, I'll just waiting on product. I'll try to show you something when he comes back. All right guys, so he's got the front section loaded. It had 4 bundles, and this back section has 5, but as you can see, the center bundle is just 2 bars. So it's a long load though. Overhang okay in the front?
Yeah, I'll adjust them here in a second.
Okay. That's good. Whoop. I got you right on that hump, didn't I? So he's adjusting the boards a little bit. That's good. You can see how they've got the wood blocks in between every bundle. All right, that looks good. Whoop. All right, that's good. All right, I'll get my straps wrapped around this one and show you some more in a minute. All right, guys, so I'm loaded. Got the 2 sections of bar, got a belly wrap on the front and back of each section, and I'm gonna creep around to the other side and finish securing and tarp. Try not to freeze. Then I'll go in and get a shower, try to get some sleep. I gotta creep around though because I'm out of time. I gotta stay under 5 miles an hour. I gotta find a Kleenex in here somewhere. There they are. Alright, let me go around this guy. I'm not sure how late they load. Maybe, I really don't know. You know, some nights I think they load up until like 11 o'clock, but not every night. I really don't know for sure. Just hope there's a parking spot on the other side. Those guys are going over to the Gerdau plant to get loaded. They'll probably be getting an inside load since they built the bulkhead. Well, I can always park out front if I have to, but they don't like us to park out front because they put preloads out here, you know. Giving you a shot of things here in the dark at Fort Smith. Woo! Man, it's going to be tough to... I'll barely be able to cover this load with 2 tarps. It's probably going to take every bit of 2 tarps. Alright, I see a spot over there I think I can get into. There's a couple of spots. I'll be okay. I know this is boring, but I'm just showing you, you know, if you're interested in Maverick, I think it's helpful to see the facilities. So as you know, the office building here to the left, you know, that's where the, you know, they got a little TV room in there and coffee pot, vending machine, and, you know, like 4 showers and a bathroom. So at least you can park here, get a shower. Don't have to worry about that. Alright, so I'm gonna get right in here. get out, finish securing, get this thing tarped. I'll show it to you though once I get the securements on. I'll show you the load. Guys, I'm sorry, I was about to get this thing tarped, realized I hadn't showed you the securements. All right, as you remember, got two sections of 22.5 foot bar. So what I got is a belly wrap on the front, you know, typical bar, belly wrap in the back, super tight, and then two chains, you know, so I got every 8 foot covered. Same up here, belly wrap, two chains with pads under, over center binders, belly wrap. And what I'm doing now is I was getting my canvas tarps. You know, the reason we put these canvas tarps over here is because, let me see if I can find it in the back. These tags, you know, they've got these tags on them. See, they've got these ID tags on each bundle with these little wire pieces, and they, you know, they stick up, and if you don't cover them with the canvas tarps, these little wire pieces could puncture your tarp, will puncture your tarp, especially when they get, you know, wind pressure, snow, ice, whatever on there. So that's why we go to the trouble of putting the canvas tarps over. It might seem kind of like a waste of time, but it's just to help protect the vinyl tarps. So I've got one more canvas tarp right here to put over the back, and then I'm going to get my two vinyl tarps put on, and that'll be it. See you tomorrow.